Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of B&A Sports Talk. Now, I usually don't talk about college football, but today we were going to have to talk about college football because the Gators, my Florida Gators, I go to the University of Florida. We're not getting any respect in the national news media, and I don't know why. I mean, we've only allowed 16 points in the 4 games we played at home, albeit 2 of those were against cupcakes, but still, our defense didn't allow a single point against 2 teams that came into our stadium, and they just forced turnovers. I mean, there's something to be said about not letting up a single point. And our defense is really strong. We have had 2 games in Kentucky and Miami that were semi on the road. Miami was a neutral site, but we didn't look that impressive in those games. But that was with a different quarterback. That was with Felipe Franks. And now we have a new quarterback, Kyle Trask. Nobody's talking about this dude. I heard Strong Opinion Sports talk about him for 1 minute. And he's like, oh, it's a cool story, but, oh, yeah, they're not going to do anything anyway. And then we battled off wins against Tennessee. Then we beat Townsend with Joe Flacco's brother, coincidentally. That was a weird game. It was like, Joe Flacco's brother is actually a pretty good quarterback. He just wasn't really being helped. And then we beat Auburn. I thought they were supposed to be ranked number 1 overall. I saw an article. Auburn should be ranked number 1 in the nation. Well, if we beat them by 11 points, I mean, shouldn't we be ranked number 1 in the nation? It's kind of ridiculous at this point how nobody is talking about the Florida Gators. Oh, do you know what sexier topics are? Oh, let's talk about Jim Harbaugh and how he's failed at Michigan and how every single game he's supposed to lose, he loses. Do you know who was supposed to lose in the swamp the other day? Oh, yeah, the Florida Gators. I'm going to show up some background video of the game, hopefully, because I recorded some good, not good footage, but I recorded some footage throughout the day of the game. So if you guys think that's enjoyable, I guess you guys can see it in the background just a little bit. But we have problems with turnovers on offense. We don't have an amazing run game. We don't have an offensive line, but we find a way to win games. We found a way to beat Miami. We found a way to beat Kentucky, even though those are probably B teams. Like they're probably ranked 30 to 40 in the nation, even though there's not like a 30 to 40 ranked poll. That's just probably where they would land. They're not amazing, but we found a way to beat them, and we found a way to beat Auburn. I mean, and we've had a lot of injuries too. Zuniga didn't even play against Auburn. CJ Henderson just came back. A lot of our studs are gone, and our offensive line, I couldn't even name a person on our offensive line. Last year we had Jawan Taylor. We had I forget all the names. The draft has been so long ago. We had We had 2 offensive linemen that got drafted. So and now this year we have one of the worst offensive lines. But Kyle Trask and Dan Mullen are an amazing combo. Dan Mullen knows how to make Kyle Trask successful. Dan Mullen puts Kyle Trask in situations to succeed. And Kyle Trask has had problems with pocket awareness. I've seen it firsthand. The guys are coming up on him. It's like, okay, just throw the ball away, or just run for it. And he showed big heart playing with that sprained knee. I think he has sprained. It said sprained MCL. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but yeah, Kyle Trask has been playing amazing for us. He's done the job. He had 18 or 19 straight completions. Every single pass he's tested now, and now it's on to LSU, our biggest challenge yet of the year. We don't have to win this game. We do not have to win this game. I'd like it to be competitive, but we don't have to win this game. Because when we play Georgia, if we beat them, we win that tiebreak, and we win the SEC West. Yeah, I think we're in the SEC. No, we're in the SEC East. Yeah, we're in the SEC East. Sorry. That shows how much of a Gator fan I am. Well, I'm new. I'm new to all this. Sorry. And so the things are looking on the up and up. I think that we have a legitimate shot to beat LSU. LSU has an amazing offense with Joe Burrow, who I was about to place a Heisman bet on when it was 150 to 1. But my friend's like, oh, don't waste $1 on it. And I'm kind of pissed off. But yeah, we don't even have to win this game. But if we do win this game, oh, we better be top 3. You know, we've gotten no respect by anybody. Joel Klatt, no. He just ranked Gators in his top 10. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We ended last year ranked number 7 overall, and then all we do is win this year, and somehow we're still back to number 10. Nobody talks about us. Everyone's talking about Alabama, Clemson. What's going on with Clemson? What's going on with And I've even heard of, like, Wisconsin. Like, nobody cares about Wisconsin. Nobody cares about all these schools. I'm not saying Florida should be the center of the universe, but something special is going on here. Dan Mullen has won his last, and the Florida Gators have won the last 12 games. He's, I think, 5-0 versus ranked opponents now. He's won on the road against ranked opponents, won at home against ranked opponents. We passed every single test. We beat everyone on our schedule. Some of the games haven't looked that pretty, but I think we can use this momentum later in our season, and I think that the Gators can win the SEC West, SEC East, and I think that we have a legitimate shot to do something special this year. Kyle Trask has been waiting for this moment. He's been sitting on the bench. He's been studying the playbook. He knows all the plays. We had a lot of shallow crosses against the Auburn Tigers. And sometimes he's like, we're like, just run it. He is pinpoint accurate. He's not the fastest dude, but, Tom Brady's not the fastest dude. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but you don't have to be the fastest dude in order to succeed. I know parts of it are changing, but Dan Mullen knows how to adapt to different players, and he's going to put Kyle Trask in positions to succeed. Our wide receivers are catching the ball for Kyle Trask. I mean, we had some ugly drops against Auburn, but we still won by 11 points. Our defense is shut down. We know how to deal with freshman quarterbacks. Joe Burrow is not a freshman quarterback, and that's why it's going to be such a big test. LSU is a top 3 team, I think, right now, top 4 team, legitimately, in the nation. So, we'll see. We're playing at LSU. It's going to be a fun game. Okay, so now with all that being said, how do the Florida Gators upset LSU? Now, the last 2 times we played them, it was at home. One time, it was for our homecoming game. We lost that game, but we beat them last year at home. It was a close game that was decided by the last drive, and one of our guys, don't remember what his name is, got an interception on the last play. It was crazy. It was wild. So how do we beat LSU? Because they look like a totally changed offense. But their defense is suspect. They let up 38 points to Vanderbilt this year. In order for the Gators to win, they're going to need to at least score around, I would say, 27 points. It's going to have to be a 27-24, 30-27 game. Now, I think Kyle Trask, he's rated 58th in the nation according to Pro Football Focus, and he doesn't do play action. We have not done play action. He just stays in the pocket. Maybe for a little bit too long sometimes, but he just stays in the pocket and delivers where the ball needs to be thrown. He's a really precise guy. Don't expect him to run. Don't expect him to make an amazing play with his feet, especially now that he has a sprained knee. And I think that he could potentially make a lot of plays down the stretch in order for us to win. Now, we have to be playing ahead. We haven't played down in a lot of time. I mean, I know you can say versus Kentucky that we were down. He came back, but that was only really 1 touchdown. It's kind of an exception. Kentucky is not a really good team. You could say that. But the key to this game is whether the offensive line can hold it up and we can establish our run game. And whether our run game if we can get out to a lead and have a run game and cause a couple turnovers and maintain this lead, our defense is good enough to hold up LSU, I think. They're averaging 54 points per game, but if you look at who they played, it's not really that good. And Joe Burrow, I think he's due for a bit of a regression. Do you think he's going to consistently put up 50 points a game? No, I really don't think so. Do I think the Gators are going to win? Probably not. We don't even need to win, in my opinion, because all we have to do is beat Georgia because they're not in the same division, like I said before. But in my opinion, the Gators they're going to be just fine through this game. You have to worry about the next week. I think they play South Carolina, the LSU. The defensive match, something is going to have to give. And I think it meets somewhere in the middle. And the Gators need to force a lot of turnovers, get Kyle Trask the ball a couple more times than what he's used to getting the ball. And, all we need to do is we have a pretty good field goal kicker, Evan McPherson. He just makes the kicks. I don't think he's missed all year. I mean, maybe one. But he's consistent. We need him to be able to kick it through the uprights. We need our defense. And plus, another thing of note is that we've been able to win one-on-one battles the entire season, no matter who we played with. We haven't even fledged in our full defensive plan yet. Our defensive coordinator is smart. He has these players playing. They have a bunch of swagger. I think they're a little bit too confident, but they have a bunch of swagger. The defense, it's good, but this is a real test for them, and they're gonna. we'll see how good the coaching is, because now we're going to actually have to put in defensive plays to stop and confuse this LSU defense. They're going to want to win. They have to win this game. This is a must-win game for them, so they're going to be pulling out all the stops, everything, in order to beat us. And yeah, I'm not a huge college football analyst. I'm not going to tell you the X's and O's. Watch this matchup versus this matchup. Just the Gators need to play a solid game, limit the penalties, keep it simple. Keep it simple on offense, just move the ball. And on defense, we're going to have to implement some defensive plays to help get more confusion out of Joe Burrow. Show him some things he hasn't seen yet, even though he's not a veteran, but, he's seen a lot of different looks. And hopefully our defense is ready for that, because we haven't implemented that yet. We're going to be fully healthy. Zuniga is coming back. We have C.J. Henderson. We have everybody that we need. The Gators, if you just look at it, we won 10 straight. We're on an amazing run right now. And as long as you have winning on your mind, if you don't think, we're going to lose this game, like Dan Mullen said, expect to win the game. And, if you expect to win, if you can visualize yourself winning, there's a better chance that you're going to win. It doesn't confirm that you're going to win, but, before every single one of my cross-country races, they say, visualize yourself beating your record. Visualize yourself finishing first place, even though I only finished first place once, but visualize yourself succeeding, and then when it happens, you know what it looks like, and it's like, yeah, this is what it feels like, and you're prepared for it. So hope you guys enjoy this video. The Gators are currently 13-point underdogs. The over-under is 55. That's around where I have it. I said 30-27. I said 27-24. That's what I think the final score is. I'm not going to place any bets on this game, because last week I placed a bet on Auburn. They have a good quarterback. They have the number one quarterback. According to PFF, Joe Burrow is the 85th quarterback. And, we're going to have to be strong in the defensive line. This is going to be a great game. I can't wait to watch it. And, hope you guys enjoy this video. And let me know your predictions. Anything and everything will be appreciated. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.